Hey everybody, Fred Richani with some breaking news. Dana White tweeted out that the fight is on. UFC 244, Nate Diaz versus Jorge Masvidal is still on. He said, I knew Nate wasn't cheating. We also had a tweet from Brett Okamoto, ESPN MMA reporter, who said, breaking, Nate Diaz is eligible to compete at UFC 244. USADA has ruled he has not committed an anti-doping violation. Elevated levels of SARMs was traced to a contaminated, organic, vegan, plant-based daily multivitamin. Wow. First things first, as a fan, not somebody that covers the sport, hell yeah. This is awesome. I am super pumped up for this fight. This is going to be a great fight between Street Jesus and Nate Diaz. Hell yeah. Second of all, kudos to Nate Diaz for putting his name on the line, putting his ass on the line, getting ahead of this story and saying, you know what? No, I didn't freaking cheat. No, you can't judge me based on what happened with my camp. No, I'm not just a guy lying, talking out of my ass. Okay, I've been clean my whole entire freaking career. And boom, he was proven right in 24 hours. Maybe a little more than 24 hours, but still, within a freaking day. Now, here's the other thing. This makes USADA look like a complete mockery of a drug testing program. Because originally, USADA was needed because, well, there were a lot of people getting therapeutic use exemptions for testosterone. It was more or less glorified cheating. Vitor Belfort was running rampant. And, it seemed necessary at the time, or as Masvidal would say, super necessary. But at the same time, it's necessary if it's actually working. If it's penalizing people like Tom Lawler, who had low levels of ostarine in his system. If it's penalizing Nate Diaz and tainting his career. That absolutely sucks and defeats the purpose of USADA. Taking a contaminated multivitamin, or a multivitamin that might trigger something in the wacky USADA test, is different from John Jones constantly testing positive for some form of actual PE freaking Ds. It just is. So, kudos to Nate Diaz. As far as USADA goes, I guess kudos to them for lifting this potential suspension or whatever. I know apparently he was going to be allowed. Apparently he was going to be allowed to fight anyway, but they would announce a failure afterwards or say like he got flagged afterwards. I don't know. Either way, it's super shady. Now look, there's going to be people that are still going to say, oh, it's BS and Nate Diaz really did fail for something and they're covering it up. There's going to be those conspiracy theorists. And there's going to be the people that say, you know what? UFC is just trying to get Nate Diaz because he's always been outspoken. Whatever the case may be, my personal opinion, I'm inclined to believe that Nate Diaz is clean based on this new evidence. I'm more than assuming he's clean. They say he's clean. I will tell you this. Because he's Nate Diaz, because he's a gigantic star, and because he's one of the few stars the UFC still has, and one of the real draws the UFC still has, he got this luxury of getting the hell out of USADA jail and just straight up fighting and getting a big payday. I'm happy for Jorge Masvidal, but let's keep it real, folks. If this wasn't Nate Diaz and this was somebody else who's been unfairly scrutinized by USADA, if this was, say, Tom Lawler, if this was somebody very low on the card, they would not get this kind of treatment. And hey, it's unfortunate. It is what it is. I'm just glad that they sorted this thing out. And, maybe Nate Diaz did set the precedent. Maybe, just maybe now, the UFC will look at other cases more favorably and say, you know what? Okay, it is likely he had a tainted supplement. And in this case, he literally had a freaking tainted supplement. Who the hell knows? But, folks, I want to hear from you. What do you think about Nate Diaz's name being cleared in record time? What do you think about this fight that's now officially back on? What do you think about the fact that EA UFC still hasn't updated Jorge Masvidal's face? Let me know. Leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this awesome MMA update, an MMA from my fans' dream fight, please like, share, take care. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm tongue-tied because I'm just so happy right now. It's also 12:30 a.m. Eastern time. So have a good night, folks. I'll talk to you again soon. And until next time, as always, enjoy the fights.